Are you into solving puzzles, cracking codes, or resolving mysterious crimes? Well then, have you personally tested your knowledge and skills in deciphering real-life unsolved mysteries? Codes that have gone unbreakable for years and unexplained murders or disappearances? Do you think you have a shot at solving these cases? Let's find out. Hi there. Welcome to Eventful Insights. Today, we'll be talking about 8 unsolved mysteries in the world that have no explanation, leaving many people today to wonder about so many questions. Are you ready to put your mind to the test with our list? Then let's begin. Before we start with our list, why don't you tell us in the comments below, what popular unsolved mystery do you know? Share your thoughts with us and let's see if we'll cover it in our video for today. Now let's begin. Number 1 on our list, the dark matter. The familiar stuff about matter, like atoms, stars, planets, trees, rocks, and ourselves, makes up less than 5% of the known universe. The majority of the universe remains a mystery, a dark mystery. Scientists who study space believe that about 25% of our universe is composed of a substance called dark matter, while around 70% is attributed to dark energy. Dark matter doesn't interact with light, making it invisible to us. The only way we detect its presence is through its gravitational interactions, revealing that there's more in the universe than meets the eye. As mentioned, it doesn't interact with light, and that's why it's called dark matter. This means it's neutral, having no electrical charge. Additionally, it moves slowly and tends to be found in galaxies and clusters rather than spread evenly throughout space. Back in the early 20th century, the Dutch astronomer Jacobus Kapteyn first suggested the existence of dark matter. Even though we can't see it or know its appearance, scientists are sure it exists because of how it interacts with visible matter. Have you ever heard of the dark matter? Now let's move to number 2, Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was a notorious serial killer who instilled fear in the impoverished neighborhoods of London in 1888. It wouldn't be an overstatement to describe this perpetrator as the embodiment of the most sinister criminals found in mystery stories. The Jack the Ripper mystery started on August 31st, 1888, when they found a dead woman in a Whitechapel street. Her throat was cut, and her abdomen was opened. By the end of the 3-month period known as the Autumn of Terror, 4 more women had suffered the same gruesome fate. In the early hours of August 31st, Mary Ann Nichols, known as Polly, a 43-year-old mother of 5, became Jack the Ripper's first confirmed victim. A week later, on September 8th, Annie Chapman, a 47-year-old widow and mother, was found with injuries similar to Nichols, but some internal organs were missing. At the end of the month, 2 more lives were claimed in one night: Elizabeth Stride, 45, and Catherine Eddowes, 46. The last official victim, 25-year-old Mary Jane Kelly, was brutally mutilated and found on November 9, 1888, in Miller's Court. Numerous individuals, both men and women, were considered potential suspects for Jack the Ripper, but the true identity of the killer remains unknown. Jack the Ripper stands out as one of the most horrifying unsolved mysteries in history, largely due to the brutal way the victims' bodies were mutilated or ripped. Have you watched any movies based on Jack the Ripper? If you want to know more about Jack the Ripper, you can check one of our videos about the most mysterious crimes in the world. Let's now move forward to number 3, the Beal Ciphers. Up for some treasure hunt kind of code? The Beal Ciphers, also called the Beal Papers, consists of 3 coded messages believed to reveal the whereabouts of buried ancient treasure. This hidden wealth, including gold, silver, and jewels, is valued at over $43 million. The legend suggests that anyone who successfully deciphers the location specified in the Beal Ciphers stands to receive a reward of approximately $12 million in gold. The second Beal Cipher, which reveals what's in the treasure, has been deciphered. However, the first and third ciphers, believed to disclose the treasure's location, the owner's names, and their next of kin, remain elusive. This mystery persists 2 centuries after the box was entrusted to an ordinary innkeeper in Lynchburg, Virginia. Around 1820, the Beal Ciphers story starts with Thomas J. Beal, a mysterious figure whose life is as uncertain as the hidden treasure he's rumored to have. According to an 1885 pamphlet, Beal and companions found a treasure out west with gold, silver, and jewels. Then they brought it back to Virginia and buried it. If you want to know more about the Beal Ciphers, you can check one of our videos about these coded messages. Now we have our number 4, the cryptos. Cryptos is a peculiar and mysterious sculpture located outside the CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia. Created by artist Jim Sanborn, this 12-feet-high sculpture serves as a cryptographic puzzle, featuring a unique arrangement of 1,800 characters forming an encrypted message. Erected over 25 years ago, Cryptos resembles something out of a Dan Brown novel. While 3 of its messages have been deciphered, the 4th section at the bottom, containing about 95 characters, is renowned as one of the most challenging codes to crack. If you fancy yourself a skilled riddle solver, why not take a shot at unraveling the mystery of Cryptos? Wow, we just covered 4 of the unsolved mysteries in the world. Which one blows your mind the most so far? Why don't you share it with us in the comments below? Now, let's continue. Number 5 on our list, Black Dalia. The Black Dalia murder stands as one of the world's most renowned unsolved murder cases. In the morning of January 15, 1947, a mother taking her child for a walk in a Los Angeles neighborhood discovered a disturbing scene: the body of a young woman, completely naked and neatly cut in half at the waist. The body was positioned just a few feet from the sidewalk, arranged in a manner that initially made the mother mistake it for a mannequin. Despite the severe mutilation and cuts on the body, there was no blood at the scene, suggesting that the young woman had been killed elsewhere. It was then revealed that the young woman was Elizabeth Short, a 22-year-old aspiring actress from Hollywood. The press later nicknamed her the Black Dalia due to her rumored fondness for sheer black clothing and the release of the movie The Blue Dahlia around that time. Over the years, many individuals were considered suspects, but insufficient evidence prevented anyone from being charged. Various theories circulated about the murder, suggesting possible connections to other crimes. Are you familiar with Elizabeth Short? Now let's move on to number 6 on our list, the Voyich Manuscript. The Voyich Manuscript is an intricate book with more than 240 pages, containing text written in an unidentified script. Filled with text written in an unfamiliar language or code, the book is extensively illustrated with bizarre images of extraterrestrial plants, naked women, peculiar objects, and symbols from the zodiac. Despite being named after the Polish-American bookseller who obtained it in 1912, carbon dating indicates that it is more than 600 years old. It is likely that the Voynich manuscript was created in the early 15th century during the Italian Renaissance. If you want to know more about the rough translations made about the Voynich manuscript, check it out in one of our videos. We're now down to the last 2 unsolved mysteries in our list. At number 7, the Feo Disc. No roundup of the world's major unsolved mysteries is done without talking about the Feo Disc. This disc, made of baked clay, goes way back to around 2000 BC during the Middle or Late Minoan Bronze Age. Italian archaeologist Luigi Pernier found it in 1908, and it's covered in hieroglyphics that no one has managed to decode yet. The disc holds more than 240 spiral-patterned motifs featuring humans, animals, and plants, all printed with individual stamps. The advanced manufacturing technique using movable type is in stark contrast to the uniqueness of the discovery. The practicality of reusable stamps suggests they were likely used multiple times. Almost every aspect of the disc is subject to debate, including the orientation of the writing and the language employed. And at number 1, the Malaysian Airlines flight. Many people traveling by plane still feel uneasy hearing about MH370, which remains one of the most significant unsolved mysteries of our time. MH370 was the flight designation for a Malaysian Airlines plane that disappeared on March 8, 2014, during its journey from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing. While flying over the Indian Ocean, the aircraft vanished from radar without any apparent cause, such as turbulence or engine issues. Flight 370 took off at 12:41 a.m., reaching 35,000 feet by 1:01 a.m. The aircraft communication, addressing, and reporting system sent its final transmission at 1:07 a.m. and was turned off. Then, the last voice communication from the crew was at 1:19 a.m. At 1:30 a.m., Malaysian radar tracked the plane's unusual route over the Malay Peninsula and the Strait of Malacca. By 2:22 a.m., Malaysian military radar lost contact over the Andaman Sea. The Inmarsat satellite detected signals until 8:11 a.m. To date, neither the passengers nor any trace of the Boeing 777 has been found. And that's it. Those were the 8 unsolved mysteries in the world that have no explanation or findings up to this day. Which one has piqued your curiosity the most that makes you want to solve it? We'd love to see and read your comments below. If you enjoyed watching this video, give it a like, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to get notified on our next video. Thanks for watching.